They were there when I broke down crying. Many of us that have children know you don't often cry in front of your children, or you don't express certain things in front of your children. So to do that and then tell them it's okay and be there for each other was very special.
Once upon a time, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt were more than just a Hollywood power couple. They were a phenomenon. Brangelina, as fans lovingly call them, represented the pinnacle of love, success, and family. They weren't just adored for their blockbuster movies and red carpet moments. They were celebrated for their humanitarian work and their efforts to build a beautiful blended family. Together, they seemed unstoppable, the ultimate fairy tale come to life. But behind the glamour and public adoration, trouble was brewing. The cracks in their relationship were well hidden, until they weren't. In 2016, the world was stunned when Angelina Jolie filed for divorce. It wasn't just any celebrity breakup. This was explosive. Allegations, investigations, and a years-long custody battle would follow, dragging their once idyllic love story through the mud and turning it into one of Hollywood's most contentious legal sagas. Today, we're diving into the untold story of Brangelina's legal and custody battles. A tale of love, betrayal, and resilience that has left even the most devoted fans divided. Was it love gone wrong? Or was their separation far more complicated than anyone realized? Let's uncover the truth. Angelina and Brad's story began like a Hollywood script. They met on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, a movie that was brimming with chemistry both on screen and off. At the time, Brad was still married to Jennifer Aniston, and their budding romance sparked a media frenzy. Soon after, Brad and Jennifer's marriage ended, and Brangelina became the new obsession of tabloids everywhere. What followed was the creation of a family that seemed like something out of a dream. Angelina and Brad adopted children from Cambodia, Ethiopia, and Vietnam, alongside having 3 biological children together. They became known not just for their talent, but for their global philanthropy, from raising awareness about refugees to rebuilding communities in disaster-stricken areas. Angelina, in particular, seemed to relish her role as a mother. She once described motherhood as the most meaningful part of her life, saying, "It's the greatest gift. It's grounding. It reminds you of what's important in the world." For Brad, fatherhood became a defining feature of his public persona, with friends describing him as a hands-on, devoted dad. But as their family grew, so did the pressure. Angelina once described their home life as chaotic but beautiful. Yet behind the scenes, their relationship was reportedly struggling under the weight of their careers, the media spotlight, and the challenges of raising 6 children. Everything came to a head in September 2016. Angelina filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. But the details that followed shocked even the most loyal fans. Reports surfaced about an alleged altercation between Brad and their eldest son Maddox on a private jet. This incident led to investigations by the FBI and Child Protective Services, placing their family turmoil on public display. Angelina's legal team accused Brad of alcohol abuse and anger issues, claiming these were major factors in her decision to seek full custody of their children. Brad, in turn, vehemently denied the allegations, admitting to struggles with alcohol, but rejecting claims of abusive behavior. He later revealed in interviews that he had stopped drinking entirely and sought therapy to address his issues. The battle lines were drawn, and what followed was a legal war unlike any other. Their custody battle became a cornerstone of their divorce proceedings. Angelina fought for sole custody, emphasizing what she believed was the best environment for her children. Brad, on the other hand, pushed for joint custody, determined to remain a consistent presence in their lives. The courts were flooded with emotional testimonies, delays, and appeals, with both sides refusing to back down. One of the most contentious points was the alleged altercation on the private jet. While Brad was eventually cleared of any criminal wrongdoing, the incident remained a shadow over their custody discussions. Angelina's legal team brought it up repeatedly as a sign of his unfitness as a parent, while Brad's side argued that it had been blown out of proportion. Adding to the complexity were the differing parenting styles of Angelina and Brad. Reports suggested Angelina had a more free-spirited global approach to raising their children, encouraging them to embrace different cultures and experiences. Brad, on the other hand, reportedly valued more structure and stability, leading to frequent disagreements even during their marriage. In 2021, after years of back-and-forth legal battles, Brad was granted joint custody, but Angelina wasn't ready to give up. She appealed the decision, keeping the fight alive and the media captivated. This back and forth has led to millions of dollars in legal fees and a level of public scrutiny that most families could hardly endure. The toll of this battle wasn't just felt by Angelina and Brad, it deeply affected their children. Maddox, who was at the center of the alleged incident, reportedly became estranged from Brad. Pax and Zahara stayed out of the spotlight, while Shiloh, their biological daughter, reportedly made efforts to maintain peace within the family. Shiloh, often praised for her maturity, has been seen supporting both parents at different public events, a sign of her unique role as a peacemaker within the family. Twins Knox and Vivian, the youngest of the Jolie Pitt clan, were often shielded from public scrutiny, but it's clear the custody battle impacted every member of the family. Sources close to the family say the children have had to grow up quickly, dealing with the complexities of fame, divorce, and intense media coverage. At its core, this isn't just a story about two Hollywood icons. It's a story about a family torn apart by love, loss, and conflict. Angelina once said, "I want my children to grow up in a safe and loving environment." Brad, too, has expressed his deep desire to be a good father. But in the end, their differences in how to achieve that goal have led to years of heartache and public spectacle. So where are they now? Angelina has thrown herself into her work, both in film and humanitarian efforts. She's been vocal about focusing on her children and creating a life filled with love and purpose. Brad, meanwhile, has experienced a career resurgence, earning accolades for his roles in movies like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Bullet Train. He's also worked to rebuild his relationship with his children, though the process has reportedly been slow and challenging. As the years go on, the question remains, can Angelina and Brad ever find peace, not just for themselves, but for their family? Or will this custody battle continue to cast a shadow over their lives? The story of Brangelina isn't just about a high-profile divorce. It's about the complexities of love, parenthood, and resilience. It's a reminder that even the most glamorous lives can be marked by profound challenges and heartbreak. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more untold Hollywood stories. And we want to hear from you. What do you think about this custody battle? Could it have ended differently? Let us know in the comments below.